Hey everyone, this is Kim Delatorre going through Module 1 practices of building a periscope. So I'm first starting with the engineering design process. I show two different displays of how I show it in my classroom. The first one is the bottom corner, which is the image that was shown in the text and in the module, where it is a process that repeats. It's a cycle, and I do explain this in the classroom with students, since I do tell them always start with identifying the problem, and then as you go down and imagine, plan, create, improve, you can go back and forth since the process does repeat. The other way I display it is with the stairs looking setup. Since I mentioned to them that these are pretty much building blocks, you use them as you plan, as you create, you build on one another. Again, I always just remind them to ask, and I like the questions and the little prompts below these ones that I have displayed, because it really helps the students identify what stage they're on or what step of the process they're on and what goes next. So I'm going to go through it this way because this is the way that I'm familiar with in my classroom and that I go with my students. So in the ask stage, we were prompted with how can I see above the crowd without standing on top of anything. So in the ask, like I said, is when you identify the problem, identify any constraints or criteria, and as was mentioned, they're basically the requirements and limitations. I like to put this out with my students so that they know what they're doing. It needs to be portable and have a proper height and be able to see. Constraints, however, it must be light enough to carry, so the weight is really a constraint that we're limited on. We imagine possible solutions for this using a periscope, thinking like in a submarine, how you need a periscope to see above the water. And then in the plan, my drawing shows basically what I would need to do to create it. The only thing missing in my planning where I draw would be dimensions on the periscope. And then I list out my materials, my cardboard pieces. I have two different pieces that I had already measured out and cut up. Duct tape, masking tape, ruler, scissors. And I had two different type of mirrors just to see which one would work better. Finally, when I put it all together and created, you can see there's masking tape and duct tape all over it. So my goal was to see the little baby Yoda puzzle back there, and I was able to look through and see it on the other side. So if I were to improve this project, or when I was doing it, maybe get different size mirrors or better quality mirrors than what I had gotten, maybe add some color just to make it pretty. An adjustable height would be cool to work with if I could, just so I wouldn't have to carry a really long periscope around, and maybe more durable material than cardboard. Resources, I do have a Maker Lab book that has how to make the periscope and other fun activities, so that is one that I like to use, and that's about it. Thank you.